Ninjago's 12th season, Prime Empire, is generally considered one of the show's most forgettable, and honestly, for fair reason. This season doesn't do much with his characters until his final few episodes. But that being said, those final episodes are quite good, and are often overlooked. One aspect that is really underrated is the defeat of Unagami, Prime Empire's main villain. And today I'm going to discuss why it works so well. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel as we take a look at one of Ninjago's more forgotten seasons. While I agree with most criticism towards the season, I feel it still is decent. And I feel the same way about Unagami. As a villain, he's not developed as much as he should have been, but I really like the way they take his character in the final 2 episodes. It's revealed that Unagami is in fact the game itself, and he wants to escape into the real world to find his creator, Dyer. And what happened before the show is Dyer was forced to shut down the game, and he abandoned his creation. Which is why in this season, Unagami wants to escape and get answers. This changes him so much as a villain because he's no longer a one-dimensional tyrant, but he becomes a more layered character who has, honestly, somewhat understandable motives. Now in the final episode, Unagami does escape and comes face to face with Dyer. And it's this conversation I want to focus on, because I think it's incredibly underrated. Most villains in this show are defeated through battle, or some sort of special power, but this scene is unique in that Unagami is defeated by just words. What ended up defeating him was not the keyblades or weapons from the game, but just a conversation with his creator. I think this was a defeat that really understood the essence of the character, and at its core, what he's about. Unagami was basically a child who was left behind by his maker, and turned into a monster because he didn't understand his purpose. And ultimately, what redeems him is reconnecting with Dyer, and hearing that his purpose is to instill joy. I love this scene because Unagami and Dyer are able to regain this connection that's been lost for 40 years. Seeing Dyer reckon with his own failures and mistakes, and try to make amends for them, very strong writing. Dyer is someone who has grown from his mistakes, and after decades of hiding and running away, he's ready to correct them. On the flip side, we have Unagami, who's angry and bitter, and above all, confused. I love how these final episodes really humanize his character. For so much of the season, he's an intimidating villain, and that's it. But these episodes do a lot more with him, and I really enjoy it. I do wish he was this good throughout the entire season, but better late than never. And one of the most brilliant decisions here is this idea of showing Unagami as a literal child. And I love how we see his forms flicker and change throughout the scene. This representation is so strong because, as I said before, it just goes to show that Unagami is not this awful villain. He's a child who was hurt by his creator, and he's lived with this pain for 40 years. It is very nice to see Unagami finally get this closure and change as a result. And to see Dyer acknowledge not just Unagami's humanity, but the humanity of everyone in the game. And to close things out, what the seed is truly about is purpose. Regardless of where you come from, or if you never had the chance to meet your parents, you still have purpose. And like Jay and Unagami, nobody is worth any less for having been left behind. This is such a strong message, and it's recurring during the season. We see it with characters such as Okito and Racer 7. But applying it to Unagami and Dyer to end out the season was such a good idea. And this is such a profound message about self-worth and purpose. And that's about all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone ever you know, share your thoughts on the scene and Unagami's defeat below, and I'll see you guys next time.